Let's go to that. Yes, that one right there. All right, so a world in decay and decadence. All right, let's look up the word. I know we pulled it in a little bit late. Somebody said we got a call already. I don't know. It's woo.
That's
Tell
right.
them call back by 9. Call back by 8:50, man. We just getting started. I ain't gonna never get done. I ain't gonna never get into the show. We love you, caller. Stay in the spirit. Give me what I say? See, you threw me out, man. Definition of decadence, man. Let's get the definition of decadence. I know we put it in there last, brethren, but let's get the definition of decadence real quick.
Yes, sir. This is the definition of decadence.
Go ahead.
Moral or cultural decline as characterized by excessive indulgence in pleasure or luxury.
Wait a minute now. Moral or cultural decline as characterized by excessive indulgence in pleasure and luxury. That's what happened to that sister. That's why you saw her decline.
Right.
And guess what? That's what's happening to the United States of America. And every other place on this planet Earth is slowly giving more and more into pleasure and luxury. It's all about how good you look, how well you dress, what you drive, all that neighborhood you stay in. You understand? That's basically what it is. How much money you make. Now watch this. Give me, it's one in Sirach 19, I think it's 4 or 5. It says, he that liveth in pleasure. Oh, and give me the one in 2 Timothy 5 too. 1 Timothy 5. Yeah, give me that. What is it, Sirach 19 and 5?
Yes, sir.
Read that real quick.
The book of Sirach 19, verse 5.
Come on.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
So if you take pleasure in wickedness, you're going to be condemned. Yes, that's you urban apologetics with your damn Christmas trees.
Get them.
Yes,
That's you too.
sir.
Oh, we don't teach lawlessness. No one going to send a TikTok video, going to tag me in the video talking about some, yeah, we don't teach lawlessness. We just don't teach the dietary law. We don't teach the sacrificial law. I said, man, that's lawlessness.
Right.
They be saying stuff, you be like, what are you saying? You don't hear yourself?
It's in the chicken.
It's in the chicken. It's the chicken and them collard greens with that
The hell is this?
fat back in it, pork in it. Anyway, read that again.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall
Go
be
ahead.
condemned.
So if you take pleasure in wickedness, you're going to be condemned. Go ahead.
But he that resisteth pleasures
That's what we were reading earlier. If you resist that pleasure, go ahead.
crowneth his life.
That's when you crown your life. That's when you can put that crown on. That's when you know you a king. You understand?
That's right.
That's when you sisters know you princesses. When Satan tempts you and you resist it. That's how you know you rolling with Christ. He meets you in every thought. He go through seeking who is worthy of me. Oh, she worthy of wisdom. Look at her. Look how she moving in the spirit. Oh, he worthy of wisdom. Look at the brother over there. He ain't watched porn in 2 years. You understand? He ain't masturbating. He ain't doing none of that stuff. He focused. He ain't on that lust. Oh, look, she used to have an itchy hand. She used to try to itch. They say itchy hand. They say that's a Mississippi thing. They say your palms itch.
We in North
So like,
Carolina.
okay, yeah, okay. All
All
right.
praise.
That mean when your hands itchy, that mean you steal. Okay? So, but somebody may have steal. Like, remember that one time? You remember that one time that lady called into the show and said she taught her son how to steal when he was young? So a sister called into Escape Plantation. I hope she came into the body by now. That was about 4 years ago, I think. She said that she called into the show and said that she taught her son how to steal when he was young because they were poor. So she'll go in the store, he'll grab a whole bunch of stuff, put it in his bag, and just leave. And nobody would check him because he was a kid. Then he ended up, as he got older, really indulging in criminal activity. Now he in jail. And when she tried to bring the truth to him, he don't want to hear it because he despised his mother. Because of what she taught him ended up in prison. You understand what I'm saying? So this word help people's lives, brothers and sisters. If we don't stop doing what we're doing, the Most High going to punish our nation even further than he already has. And this time, ain't no slavery. You're going to burn. You understand? Right. You had something? Go ahead.
Hey, can we go back to the definition, Cap?
Yeah, go ahead.
The synonyms is crazy.
Go ahead.
You were talking about the apologetics and that they don't teach lawlessness, but they practice lawlessness.
Right.
Can you read some of those, John? Can you put that back up? Just go fast.
These are, what does it say? Dissipation. Can y'all zoom in for me?
You jump to degeneracy.
Degeneracy.
Yeah.
Debauchery.
Uh-huh.
Corruption.
Now keep going.
Depravity. Louchness. Vice. Sinfulness.
Now that's what decadence is. Sinfulness, breaking of God's commandments,
Bring it up.
Perversion.
changing the Bible into something else that it don't mean. Come on.
Moral decay.
Now keep going. Now watch this whole row right there, that third row. Look at this.
Immorality. Lack of morals.
Lack of morals,
Lack of principles.
rap music,
Lack of
the
restraint.
Christian church.
Lack of control.
Read.
Lack of self-control.
All the things that God's laws gives us, that's decadence. or violating the things that God laws, the absence of God's laws.
Right.
That is decadence. The absence of God's laws.
That's right.
And this goes back to what you said earlier, Cap, about wisdom. So wisdom gives you discipline. It says lack of self-control. You don't have no damn discipline. You don't have Christ in you.
That's right. Hey, 1 Timothy 5 and 6. I was looking for it. I found it. So this is another one for that sister. And for all you sisters, y'all got to be careful, man. We be trying to warn y'all, but I don't know what's going on. We be trying to let y'all know, listen, Satan will try to enter into the woman. He will try to use you for evil. I'm telling you, y'all do not believe it. I don't understand why you don't believe it, but it's real, okay? 1 Timothy 5 and 6.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5, verse 6.
Come on.
But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
So when we read earlier in Sirach about that pleasure, right? You want to live in pleasure, or if you resist that pleasure, the Bible says you crown your life. We keep trying to tell y'all that, but y'all don't want to hear that. But she that liveth in pleasure, meaning that's the only thing you're going like these women, they sleep with all kind of men. Yeah, they may be pleasing their flesh. They may be eating all kind of shrimp and crab and lobster and pork, all kind of stuff. Benihana, Ruth Chris. In their mind, they like, I'm living good. This is my life. I'm living good. You understand? But at the end of the day, God said you dead right now. Right now, you dead if you living in that particular pleasure. So be mindful. That's why that age of decadence that we in, the world is in utter chaos. And it's time for us to wake up out of that thing.
That's right.
Hey, give me that number 4, I think it was. What happened in Jacksonville, Florida. Some of y'all may or may not know what happened in Jacksonville, Florida this past week. But you're going to learn today. All right? Pull that up for us real quick. It was an article I had, I believe. It was a news article. Or it might have been YouTube. One of them. Hey, give me 2nd Edge 11:39 while we waiting, man. We can't keep doing this. We need. Yeah, we'll get there. 2nd Esdras chapter 11, verse 39. Come on.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 11 and verse 39.
Pay attention.
Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world?
So the Lord, this is Christ speaking, by the way. Christ allowed Esau to reign in this world. Don't think the white man is something special, because he ain't. He only reigns in this world because our king allows him to at this particular time. That's why when Pontius Pilate came to Christ and said, I got the power to set you free, he said, no, you don't. My daddy got the power to set me free. Only power you got is what we give you. Christ's a bad man. Christ's a bad man. So he said, I will let you reign in my world. It's going into Rome right here. All right, read it again.
Art not thou it that remaineth of the 4 beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world?
Who I allow to reign for this time. Go ahead.
That the end of their times might come through them.
Because I want you to kill yourself. That's what the Lord is saying. On the ends of the time, I'm going to let you reign so that you can end these times through you. That's what that means. Right? 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. We'll come right back here. Christ is making the so-called white man become so prideful that when he show up, they're going to think they can fight against him. They're going to pull out guns and bulletproof vests thinking they're going to be able to stand up against the Son of God, and it ain't happening. It's OV. Okay? Read that for me.
The book of 2nd Esdras 6 and verse 9.
Come on.
For Esau is the end of the world.
There you go right there. So the 4 beasts is telling you who the 4th beast is. It's Esau Edom. For you apologetics that's so scared to tell the white man he the devil and that he Esau Edom. That's who it's talking about. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And guess what? When Esau world end, our world begin. No more hunger, no more thirst, no more poverty, none of that.
That's
no
right.
No more of that. You understand? You finish that out? All right, go back to 2nd Esdras 11 real quick.
2nd Esdras 11 and verse 39.
Go ahead.
Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts?
Go ahead.
Whom I made to reign in my world?
Who I made to reign in my world. Go ahead.
That the end of their times might come through them.
So who is that? Edom. That's Esau. Go ahead.
And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Go ahead.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
So this 4th beast come and he got great power over the whole world with great fearfulness. People are in fear of this beast. Go ahead.
And over the whole compass of the earth.
Read.
With much wicked oppression.
What'd he do?
Over the compass of the whole earth with much wicked oppression.
So you may say, well, Rome didn't have power over the whole earth. Yes, he does. Because America is an extension of Rome. Great Britain is an extension of Rome. Right? Belgium is an extension of Rome. Everywhere you think about what these Edomites share their nuclear tactics, they only share nuclear codes with one another. They don't share with the Arab nation because they know Ishmael about that life. You understand that? They don't share with nobody but their brothers. And they got a pact where they don't bomb each other. But God gonna make them a null of that thing. Oh, no. Kill him. Shoot that bomb over there. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why I want to press the... God, Christ gonna make them press the button. You understand? I'm telling you. That's what it's saying right here, because he done much wicked oppression. Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
And he done been on this earth lying for a long time. He an evil man. His whole race is wicked. That's what the Bible telling you. It is what it is. You get mad all you want. Some of you may have, your mama may be an Edomite. It is what it is. Your daddy, Jacob, be happy. Right. Okay? Because your daddy would have been an Edomite then. Bon voyage. Y'all got that for me? Come on, man. I filibustered long enough for you. All right, come on. Put it up real quick, man. Let's see this real quick. So, we talking about a world of decay and decadence. Play it.
There were tears and deep grief outside the Dollar General store in the northwest section of Jacksonville, where police say a white man filled with hate launched a devastating attack.
Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
Police say the gunman, who was in his 20s, donned a bulletproof vest and mask in the predominantly black neighborhood before entering the store. They say he was armed with a handgun and an AR-15 style rifle painted with swastikas, and that he killed 2 black men and a black woman, then took his own life.
At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called the Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already began shooting in Jacksonville.
Police say the gunman left behind racist writings at his family's home.
It's just something that should not and must not continue to happen in our community.
The attack comes exactly 5 years after a shooting at a video game tournament in Jacksonville that left 2 people dead and injured 10 others. Police say the gunman's writings indicate that may have been why he committed the shooting this weekend. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Pause it. Did they just try to blame this on a video game? Is that what I just heard? He went into a store and killed black folks because they were black. But the white, you see how they do?
Yeah.
If that had been us, if that had been a brother from IUIC, our church, the men's conference, the march would have been all over the news.
Right.
What church he go to? What is his religion? Because if it's a swastika, then it's more likely connected to the Ku Klux Klan. When it's connected to Christianity.
Never asked which church it is.
No, but let that been us. Hell, let us breathe wrong. IUIC. he in the church with the purple gold. It's him.
Right.
We can't do nothing, but let them do it. You see this? This is the type of stuff I'm talking about right here. This type of stuff pissed me off. And ain't none of these black folk mad, none of these Christian apologists, none of these T.D. Jakes or what's the dude's name? Marvin Winans. Is that his name? Or Wayans? He a Wayans brother? Yeah. What his name is?
Might as well be a Wayans.
He funny, and he a jokester.
Yeah, he a joke.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's the dude that was at Hezekiah Walker?
Yeah. Kurt
Franklin. DJ Envy. His wife tell him, hey, nigga, I'm going out of town for 7 days, and them kids is with you. I'm going on a girls trip. So, now, none of these, they all can do what the hell they want to do, but we can't even set up a church without somebody having something to say about it. We can't even go to camp without getting the police called on us. But these folks go kill folks and all kind of stuff. We ain't never did none of that. You have no evidence of any IUIC member doing any evil like that. We even have to, it's so bad, we got to put at the beginning of all our shows or radio shows or classes, we are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. You understand? We don't do that. We don't practice violence. We don't teach violence. But yet, we still number 1, number 2 on that. Well, I think we was number 3 this year. We'll be number 1 soon. Remember that this past year? Top 20 hate groups. IUIC
can't
number
make it
3.
Too obvious. They got to let it build
Right,
up.
yeah, you can't just put you right at the top. Like, we want to put y'all at the top, but we can't. You understand? I'm telling you, that's what they do, bro. I'm telling you, that's what they do. So you see this stuff that's going on right here. Y'all got something on that? Y'all want to bring out something on that?
I just waiting for the mental illness proclamation to come out. You know that's what's coming next.
Right.
The white man filled with hate. They always put the descriptors to make him like he's the only one.
Right.
This particular white man's filled with hate. Wait, the whole race filled with hate.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
They hate you. And the rest of the races too. Asians. feel what for the black man. Everybody hates us.
Yep.
Can I get a script real quick? Cat? Give me Ezekiel 35.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
See, the white man got a perpetual hatred. It won't about no dang on video game. He got a perpetual hatred. So when that rage and that devil jump on him and he want to kill our people, he going to go kill some black folks, some Israelites. Go ahead.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Come on.
In the time of their calamity.
In the time of our calamity, right? We down and they keep kicking us. Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
In the time that our iniquity had an end, Esau is still murdering our people.
At that time when our iniquity had an end, that's going into when they passed the Emancipation Proclamation, where black folks were supposedly free. And what happened? Black codes, vagrancy laws, all kind of different things. Can't be on the sidewalk when a white woman coming down this way. You understand? You can't look a white man in his eyes. All that stuff like that. They put laws in place to put us right back on the plantation.
The hell is this?
We had just escaped the plantation, and they said, well, where you gonna go? You ain't got no land. You ain't got no money. You say, damn, I sure ain't got no land, no money. Can I share a crop for y'all? I'm telling you, man, this dude the devil, man. He always puts stuff in place to make you think he getting better. That's why black folks stupid. Yeah, well, hey, you know that it's a movie. What's the name of that movie? The Best of Enemies with Taraji P. Henson and Edomite, where they had like a charrette. That happened in North Carolina, by the way. I watched it last night on the way on. Yeah, it's happened in North Carolina. Anyway, me and my reel was watching it, and I was like, you got to see this with spiritual eyes, what they doing. He had a Ku Klux Klan, if you ever seen it, he had a Ku Klux Klan memorabilia in the hallway of the school. She saw some black boys, they was tearing the hood off. She gonna get on them, don't be doing that. Y'all need to stop all that. You know, black woman, she gonna put the hood right back on his head and just stare at it like she just such in shock. Wow. That's all to play on your mental, man. That's all to play on your mind to make you say, you know what? At the end, her and him best friends. They go around tearing down racism. Hallelujah, kumbaya. He died, she dancing at his funeral. Man, that type of stuff make me sick. Because that's all to deceive our people. That's all that is. So we'll say, so when we go to work and Esau treat us like crap, we'll say, well, you know, remember the movie Best of Enemies? You know, Taraji P. Henson was able to forgive him. Maybe I can forgive him. I'm telling you, that's what they do. It's all mental, man. It's to mess with your head. But like the officer just brought out, they got a perpetual hatred. They don't see you like we see each other. They see light in us. That's why they want to kill us, because they see the light of God in us. They say, no, we got to put that light out. Anytime we raise up, anytime we start to look natural, grow our beard, they say, hey, beard can't be 4 inches. Right. Beard can't, nope, 5 o'clock shadow. Don't get no beard. Don't start feeling yourself, cut them dreads. You can't come in here with them dreads. They all do that to diminish our light, brothers and sisters. Because we are the light of the world according to the scriptures. You understand? Now give me that article. We're going to talk about Rome for a minute, and we're going to compare it to America. Because America is in decay and decadence, and I'm going to show you that today. Give me that real quick. The 8 reasons why Rome failed, okay? Go to the first one. But first and foremost, how are we going to make the comparison between Rome and America? Let me show you that real quick. Revelation 13 and 11. So we'll get into some prophecy real quick. Y'all gotta bear with me. Trying to build up the sun. Revelation 13 and verse 11.
Revelation 13, verse 11.
Come on.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Give me that image. It's an image that I put right after this article, I believe. There's an image that I put of the parties, America's political parties. That's what it's talking about right here. Read that again.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
So there's another beast coming up out of the earth is Babylon the Great, America. Come on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
So he had 2 horns like a lamb. Those 2 horns is going into their political parties, brothers and sisters. America is a dual kingdom within itself. It has political parties. Now, one thing they do agree on is that they ought to oppress blacks and Hispanics. That's right. That's their main goal. You may have Republican on one side. They may say, look, we don't like them niggas. To hell with them. Ku Klux Klan, all that stuff like that. Then you got the Democrats on the other side. You say, well, they like black folks. No, they don't. They for abortion. And black women kill their babies more than anybody. Yes, so they both want us dead. So don't ever think that in opposition as it pertains to us and our plight in this country. But the Bible says he had 2 horns like a lamb. And when it say he like a lamb, that means he's Christian. Christian nation. He gonna look like he Jesus. So that's what that's going into. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. Go ahead, what's that last part?
And he spake as a dragon.
Because when you hear him speaking, you see his actions, he go in Dollar Generals and kill black folk. That's right. You understand that? He put laws in place to keep you and your children from learning your history. CRT and all that stuff like that. Down in Florida, DeSantis said, man, look, take slavery out of the school system. I don't want to hear it. That's what he said. I don't want to hear nothing about no slavery. You know why? Because them brothers in purple and gold on the corners teaching people, using slavery as a point to show you who you are in the Bible.
Yes,
if they remove slavery, then most of our kids may not understand when they get older. Mom and Dad, why are we doing this? We were never slaves. And they just erase it all out of our school system. That's the reason why he's doing it. Go ahead.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. And causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Go ahead.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
So you worshiping Rome and don't even know it. I'm going to show you that. Go to the some of those other images I had after those. So you see they got the political party. Zoom in on this. This Grand Central Station in New York City. Look at this right here. So what you're seeing is they always got these Roman gods, these Greco-Roman gods like Hermes, you understand, Poseidon, all that stuff like that, Zeus, and so on and so forth. You ever wonder why they had that? You ain't never wonder why you just randomly riding down the street and you see these things in Washington, D.C., New York City, and so on and so forth? Esau is infatuated with Rome. He learned everything he know from Rome, brothers and sisters. You understand? That's why it says he exercises all the power of the first beast before him and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. Guess what? Your calendar is based off the first beast. Your months are named after the first beast. Right. Your Roman numerals, where you think they come from? Your days of the week, that all come from the first beast. Go ahead, you about to say something?
Damn, it's right there in front of your face. Roman numerals, yep. we still counting like them.
Yep. Hey, there's a place in Mississippi called Madison, Mississippi. When you go to Madison, your Starbucks don't look like a regular Starbucks. It's made like Greco-Roman times. Am I right about this? When you go there, Snap Fitness, 24-hour fitness, whatever, Smoothie King, it don't have the regular display. It all look exactly the same. They got them big old Roman pillars everywhere, and it's all white. It look like the White House or the Lincoln Memorial or something like that. And you say, why is this? Why y'all got it like that? Because they want you to worship the first beast. You don't even know you're doing it.
Hey, Cap, in the Zondervan, it says, when you go to time, it says that the Romans' time started at 12, midnight. So technically, every time your phone changes dates, you should know that you worship in Rome.
And don't even know, even your New Year.
Yeah, it's not even New Year.
That's a Roman god. Janus is a Roman god, right or wrong? Right? So watch this. Go to the next picture I had. I had that one in Grand Central Station. I want to show you this other one. Now watch this real quick. Pull up the next picture I had. There's a couple of them that I had that I want y'all to see because I want to put y'all in the mind frame. You see this, these things right? That's why you think that is, brothers and sisters. What does this have? America love new skyscrapers, LED lights, all, you know what I'm saying, electric cars. They love science. Right. But why they always got to have something with some type of Roman pillar? Why? They want you, brothers and sisters, to not realize you worship in Rome. You sitting in Rome and don't even know it.
That's right.
And a Christian can't understand that. Go to the next one. Go to the next picture. We had one, I think I had one more picture that kind of showed that same thing. So it said he exercises all the power of the first beast and causes the earth and them that dwell in it to worship the first beast. Look at that right there. Right. Why do you think that is? So you will be worshiping Rome and you won't even know about it. Let's go inside the article real quick. Let's go inside that article real quick. And I want you to go to the second one. Go to the second one. So that's the first one. Second one. Read that, Officer John.
Economic troubles and over-reliance on slave labor. Even as Rome was under attack from outside sources, it was also crumbling from within thanks to a severe financial crisis.
So one thing about Rome, it was going through a severe financial crisis before it failed. I want you to think about something. Going through a severe financial crisis. What's going on in America right now? Are we not going through inflation?
Right.
You can make $100,000 5 years ago were real good. You make $100,000 right now, you like, damn, I'm broke. I ain't got nothing. How the hell you making $100,000 and you broke? Back in the day, that was a dream, right? Shoot, got a good job, making $100,000 a year. Right. Not no more. Ain't no way. Go ahead, read.
Constant wars and overspending had significantly lightened imperial coffers.
So it said constant wars and overspending, go ahead,
had significantly lightened imperial coffers.
Go ahead.
And oppressive taxation and inflation had widened the gap between rich and poor.
So, I mean, okay, there is, y'all know it ain't no middle class no more, right?
No,
you know we all broke, don't you? Hey, if you ain't making millions, bro, you broke.
Everybody
you ain't
broke.
got that. I know it feel good. I know you hit that check, you see that count, you like, oh my, no, you're not.
Hey.
In any given moment, they can take that bread, bro. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
An example of that, Cap, if you look at EBT, there's somebody that took away EBT for millions.
Right.
Because they had certain additions added for COVID.
Right.
And they ripped that away. People hungry, running out of food right now.
Right. But guess
Widening
what?
that gap.
But guess what? $1 billion football stadium could be built right in your neighborhood. You ride down the street and you see construction for days at a time, months at a time. In 10 months, they done put up this big, beautiful building. And you say, wait a minute, hold up now. If I hit two rights, you understand? It's the hood.
Right there.
And we ain't got nothing over there. But you talking about you can just build this in the middle. And what you gonna make? They don't never, you know they don't make their money back from that type of stuff. They take these loans and Esau just give each other loans. They don't care about losing money because the money ain't backed by nothing. I've been telling y'all that. All they do is print money, print money, print money. It don't mean nothing to him. The real wealth is in gold, silver, things of that nature. How much gold you got? How much gold we got?
Didn't Kanye lose everything? Just
Yes.
one button?
One button.
Lose your billions.
Well, what's his name? Jonathan Greenblatt. Don't nobody even know that little picklehead Edomite. Don't nobody know his ass. And you can
That's
tell me,
right.
he can tell Kanye West, we taking your money. Come on now. Don't nobody know him. He's not known. I ain't never known the guy. But all of a sudden, he can tell Kanye West, who we all know, known worldwide, famous entertainer, billionaire, tell him, hey, look, Adidas, go and make that happen. And Adidas say, hey, my hands is tied. You know them white folk run everything. Click. Press the button on his head. Took all my man money. But, hey, it is what it is. That's the society we living in. Go back to it. So he got the oppressive taxation. He made a huge disparity in the wealth gap. Go ahead.
In the hope of avoiding the taxman, many members of the wealthy classes had even fled to the countryside and set up independent fiefdoms. At the same time, the empire was rocked by a labor deficit.
That mean, wait. Labor deficit, that mean unemployment, don't it? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Rome's economy depended on slaves to till its fields and work as craftsmen.
And that's still going on in Mexico right now. Rice plantations, you still got that same thing going on. Sugar plantations. Go ahead.
And its military might had traditionally provided a fresh influx of conquered peoples to put to work.
It said conquer peoples to put to work, y'all. Come on.
But when expansion ground to halt in the 2nd century, Rome's supply of slaves and other war treasures began to dry up. A further blow came in the 5th century when the Vandals claimed North Africa and began disrupting the empire's trade by prowling the Mediterranean as pirates.
So you got brothers like Septimius Severus in 193 AD who destroyed Rome and it fell. Right, you had very many wars. You had the first Punic Wars by Hannibal, who was from the tribe of Asher. Then you had the second Punic Wars in which he lost, and that's when Africa became known as Africa because it was named after Leo Scipius Africanus. You understand? But we used to fight wars with them, and we used to beat they behind in wars. You understand that? But before that, they had a lot of slaves. Slaves were always in Rome, okay? Go from there real quick. Go to Deuteronomy 28:43 real quick. So I'm showing you that the same thing that was going on then is the same thing that's going on now. Get that Joe Rogan video loaded up for me too, IT. Deuteronomy 28:43.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 43.
Come on.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Come on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
You know what's important about that? It said the stranger that is within thee. Because what the Christian apologists don't understand, because they love a slave master, is that God's curses are reoccurring. That didn't just happen one time, you dumb idiot. It happened multiple times. How do we know what happened to the white man when he come over here? He be over here 5 years. He owned businesses. Chinese man come over here 2 years. He got a donut shop, a donut shop, a damn air conditioning repair company, small engine company, all in one. You go in there, get your donuts, get your motorcycle tuned up, and get your hair braided. Here you get. They like, wait, hold on. Now how you got all this? Am I not right about that? You go in there, you won't even know Moab running it. You go in the back and you hear, you like, oh wait, y'all run this? Food pretty good, man. I thought black. You go back there, Issachar in the back. They love to have Issachar back there cooking. Hey,
I'm about to say the same thing. Every time I walk in there, they got Issachar back there. I'm like, what the hell you cooking?
Right. They had Issachar back there, don't put no seasoning on their burger. Issachar don't put no seasoning on their burger, bro. It just be a patty. You know I'm right.
I was around Judah. I guess my burgers taste good.
You put some Tony Creole on it? What you put on it?
Sazon.
Okay, all right, I'll bring it. All right, you all right, man. Most Issachar, though, they don't put no seasoning on their burger. It just be a beef patty. You like, what is this?
That's
what
right.
What am I eating?
His wife, Judah, he lying.
Oh, you all right. You all right.
She gad. Your wife is gad, too.
Oh, yeah, we good.
Damn, they throwing trials around.
They related.
They family, huh? All praises. So the stranger that is within these shall get up above thee very high. They come to this country, be here a couple years, you've been living here your whole life, and you broke. And they out here doing all kind of masterful things with this, quote, this loan that just come out of nowhere. Loan just fall out the sky. They don't have to pay back. They ain't even a loan. That's a grant. You ain't got to pay it back. Ishmael come over here. You know what Ishmael do? They come over here. One of them start a gas station. And then he'll bring another family member over here, have them learn from them. Then they'll go to their bank. They'll get a loan, or they'll get all together, get a loan. They'll give it to him. He ain't got to pay it back. He go buy his store. He do the same thing. He fly one over there, let them be his assistant manager, let him run the store for him. Then they get a store. It happen all the time. Ishmael do it. Elam do it. Right. Moab do it. Ammon do it. They all do the same thing. But meanwhile, we've been here this whole time, and we ain't got nothing. Right? Go ahead.
Said they get up above thee very high. Mm-hmm. They use us to springboard their business.
Yes.
They don't set it up in white neighborhoods. It's in the black neighborhood. They're taught. Their culture is go invade the black neighborhood, and that'll be the springboard, the launching pad for a successful business.
Right.
That's hatred.
Right. I remember I had a car one time I was trying to sell. I said, I'm going to go to the Mercedes-Benz, see if they'll give me something for us. I go up there. I said, I'm going to sell this car. I see a Moabite up there, and he was trading in a Porsche to get like a Mercedes-Benz I ain't never seen. I believe that thing could fly. You understand? I believe he pressed the button, that thing would have sprouted a little, the tires turned this way, hoverboard and shot up out of there. That's how, it was nice. I had never seen it before. I said, wow, that's nice. I said, what he do? He said, oh, he owned the hair store over there in South Jackson. I said, hold on, wait a minute. We teach outside that hair store all the time. He don't drive that to work. He come to work in a busted up van with all kind of, bust out windows and stuff. Got you thinking, yeah, my brother, I'm poor like you. Right. He ain't poor. That's his drive to the hood car. When he get on the other side of town, he jump in that damn flotation device that he got. That's how, but we think he living like us. No, he not living like you. We are not the same. You understand? Read that again. Verse
the stranger that
now.
is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Come on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Come on.
He shall lend to thee.
He gonna lend to you. He gonna be the one that provide you. Read.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
But you ain't gonna lend to him. He don't come asking you for nothing. Go ahead. He
shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you what happened today. So I'm at work today. I'm having my little closeout meeting. I gotta say it. I gotta say something. It said, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, he shall be the tail. This Edomite speak up while I'm in my meeting. I'm having my closeout meeting with everybody. He speak up and he say, he corrects something that I said. He like, well, what you said was wrong. Such. I said, huh?
The hell is this?
He said, what you said, such. I said, huh? I act like I ain't hear him on purpose. I made him repeat it like 4 times before his dumb behind got it. So afterwards, I said, let me holler at you real quick. I pulled him over to the side. I said, let me tell you something. I said, when I'm having a meeting, don't speak. Don't say nothing. You understand? I said, when I'm having my closeout meeting, I don't need you talking nothing. I said, because what you're doing is you're sowing discord. If I'm the boss or I'm the assistant manager, whatever, and I'm speaking and you making little jokes and cracks, they going to start doing it. And when I get on their behind, they going to say, well, you ain't say nothing to him, so I'm saying something to you today, right here, right now. So you don't want me talking in a meeting? No, Esau, don't say nothing. Shut your damn mouth. You understand? I'm sorry. Right. Shut your white lips. Shut your white mouth.
You cannot talk.
Right. Shoot. Hey, get a mic or 2 and 1. You had something, also you had something.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Them white guys, man, they always think they got something to say. Mm-hmm. He can't stand you up in there.
Nope.
So he gonna be like, who does this guy think he is? So
That
he gonna try to, be disruptive. You know what I'm saying?
That dude might not have passed the 3rd grade, bro. He's an idiot. Damn. And you gonna correct me? No, sir. You gonna shut your mouth. Don't speak no more. Micah 2-1. John, what up? I ain't lying. Micah 2-1. So, economic troubles is a way that Rome fell. It's the same thing with America. Go ahead.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Work evil upon their beds. Go ahead.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
When the morning is light, they practice it, meaning Esau don't sleep. Esau don't sit up watching movies like you sit up watching movies. No, he be in think tanks. He call his constituents, he call his friends, say, you know what I was thinking about last night? I think we can put liquor stores in all the neighborhoods that got black people. Because they stressed out anyway. They poor anyway. We can just fill them up with alcohol. And then some of them say, you know what? That makes sense. Call our friend that own the that got the permits. You call such and such that got the building codes. You call such and such that'll give us the funding because he work at the bank. He a bank manager. You call such and such that got the connection with Miller Lite. He can help us get the beer for cheap. They do all that. Oh, don't such and such got a trucking company? He can go pick the liquor up for us. That's what they think about. But guess what we watching? Love and Hip Hop. You understand? What's another one? What's another one these folk be watching? Basketball Wives.
The hell is this?
You understand? You still watching that crap, and they up here thinking about how to dominate your community. That's what it means when the light come, they practice it. When the morning is light, they practice it. Go ahead.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
Go ahead.
And they covered fields and take them by violence.
It said they covered fields and take them by violence. They take things from others. They take whole countries from others. Go ahead.
And houses. And take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. That's how they move. The same thing they were doing in ancient Rome, they doing here in America today. They doing in Africa today. How do I know? Give me the next video. Yep, play that. Yep, play it real quick.
See, this is the bottom of the supply chain of your iPhone, of your Tesla, of your Samsung. I mean, I'm just naming those companies.
Right.
It's all of them, right? All of them. And here's what you need to know, Joe, about this video. I was the first outsider to get into this mine. This is an industrial cobalt mine where there's not supposed to be one artisanal miner. Now, that's the term used for people who are just digging by hand as opposed to tractors and excavators. This mine, and I can name it, it's called Shabara. There's not supposed to be one artisanal miner here, according to the consumer-facing tech companies and EV companies buying this cobalt. Lo and behold, I walk into this place, and this is what I see. There's more than 15,000 human beings crammed into that pit.
So, listen, y'all, I want to say you got to really be careful in this society to be appreciative of what it is you do have. Because when you start looking at our brothers and sisters in these other countries, like in the cobalt mine in the Congo, right? These brothers and sisters are exposed to chemicals that they should not be exposed to. Even on your job, you like, I ain't going in there without wearing no mask. You already got it in your mind. I'm finna put the whole, what they call that suit, John? The hazmat suit. You got to put the whole hazmat suit on with the glove, the mask, all that before you go even to a dirty bathroom. But these brothers and sisters are not getting paid. They going to work in hope that they'll get paid that day. They hoping, well, maybe they'll pay us today. But this is all we got. And you saw how they was all running to be the first one down there? They all crammed in there trying to get that cobalt, and that's like he said, that's the basis of your phone, that's the basis of your Tesla, all these different things that we use every single day that we complain when it's moving slow. Man, Wi-Fi, y'all Wi-Fi jacked up. We all met, but then you don't remember how it was made. That was your brother in the Congo, because them is our brothers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Them our brethren, you understand? You don't realize that they was the one to mine that out for them to have the cobalt for this right here, or the bauxite. You understand? Or the iridium and all that different stuff that they have. So this is how we know when it said they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. That's what Rome started doing. Rome fell because of it. America and all its constituents, all of its allies, gonna do the same. Exact same. Give me Proverbs 14:31 real quick. Proverbs chapter 14, I want you to read verse 31.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 31.
Go ahead.
He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker.
When you oppress the poor, they already poor. And you gonna take advantage of them in their low condition? That's what the white man does. The Bible said he do what?
He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker.
When it said reproach his maker, meaning you go a direct opposition to God. Remember, there are laws in the Bible that said if one of our brothers was poor and we put extra on him and he prayed to God, that it would be sin unto us. That's even for us, the Israelites. If a brother already down and out and need help, and you oppress him further or you oppress her further, God says that's sin unto you. If they pray unto God on your behalf or against you, then judgment gonna come on you because of that thing. So how much more Edom, who doing it to a whole race of people? Millions upon millions. That's just one mind. There's many of them like that.
That's right.
Go ahead.
But he that honoreth him have mercy on the poor.
So he that honoreth the Lord gonna have mercy on the poor, but he that hate God is gonna oppress the poor. Jeremiah 22:13. Watch this. I'm telling you, this man evil. And the evil that he doing on this earth is what's causing this earth to fall into decay. It's getting worse and worse here. Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah 22 verse 13.
Go ahead.
Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
That's how America was built, y'all. They made treaties with the North American Indians, our brothers. They made treaties with the Seminole Indians. Matter of fact, the 5 civilized nations, you know why they called them that? Was that Choctaw, Chickasaw, Muskogee, Seminole, and it was one more. Say it again. No, not the Sioux tribe. Cherokee. Right. Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Muskogee, and Seminole Indian. 5 civilized. You know why they call them the 5 civilized nations? Because what they used to do is they would send them to their schools and teach them how to be white people. Make them cut off their long, beautiful hair. You understand that? Make them shave their beards. Make them dress like white people with a suit and tie. And then they'll say, okay, now that you've done that, to keep your land, you got to enslave black folks. That's why a lot of black people say, well, you know Native American Indians had slaves because their life was on the line. They was looking at us like, we ain't the same people. I've been here before you. They looking at Judah like we've been here before y'all. Now they telling us we gonna lose our land, they gonna murder and slaughter our children. If we don't oppress y'all, yeah, we gonna make you slaves. But what did Gad do and Reuben do? They married Judah to their daughters. Yep. Yeah. They married Judah to their daughters. They married their sons to Judah's daughters. That's why a lot of us around here talking about we Judah. Not me, because I am Judah. But a lot of us walk around here talking about we Judah and we actually Gad or Reuben. For real.
That's
but when
right.
you look like nah, that's you Judah, brother. You're like, nah, I'm Gad.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word